In every 10 PTE students, 8 people have problem with PTE Retell Lecture notes taking. So this notes taking problem is existing because of the clarity reasons fundamentally, right? So I am going to give you extreme amount of clarity, 100% clarity on how to take notes by explaining you my smart notes taking method called TIC method. Remember guys, this TIC method, TIC method has helped hundreds of students getting a 90 out of 90 score in speaking, including me. And I took the test several times. Okay, so I'm without any delay, I'm going to explain you how to take the smart notes. In this, I'm going to teach you 3 things. Number one, the structure of PTE academic audio in Retell lecture. And then number two, how to segregate the notes. Number three, how to use that notes with a pen. So 3 things are going to be explained in this small session. So now, if you take any lecture for that matter, so it has 3 parts in it. Please remember, there are 3 parts in any audio. The first part of the audio is called topic. So when a lecture starts, in the first 10 seconds, the speaker reveals you the topic. Speaker reveals you the topic. So how long will be the topic information? The topic information is provided in the first 10 seconds with most audios, right? Once this is done, there will be numerous, good number of, I think, great number of important points coming. The speaker keeps on providing you the supporting information for the topic. And this supporting information leads to conclusion. The supporting information leads to conclusion. The conclusion part will be there in the last 10 seconds. So this last 10 seconds is what? Conclusion. The first 10 seconds is topic information. So on an erasable noteboard, this is erasable noteboard. On the erasable noteboard, if you can write T, I, and C, these 3 things. So when the audio starts, you are already aware that the topic information is going to come in the first 10 seconds. With this, what you will do is you will start listening to the audio in a very, very comfortable manner and no anxiety, nothing. You know what is going to come in the audio in the first 10 seconds. So with that clarity, what do you do? So you start taking the topic information, topic point you will write down. So the lecture, for example, is about major technology disruptions. You write what? Major tech, DISRUP, major tech disruptions. That's it. So you wrote down the topic here. So when you're writing a notes, right, don't listen to the audio. When you're listening, don't write. So these 2 things should not be mixed up. So both should be separate. So, okay, then topic is written, you have clarity. Okay, what is the speaker is talking basically? You have that sense of clarity you have. Once you have that sense of clarity, you wrote it and everything. And then you start picking up any 3 important points. So this slot is important point slot basically, this slot. From this slot, I'll remove everything. This is the slot, the important point slot basically. So in this, there will be around sometimes 10 points, some 8 points, some 12 points, depending on the audio, depending on the length of the sentences, length of the audio. So in these 8 to 10 points, you do not need every point. Please understand, you do not need every point. So you need only basic stuff. Let me tell you. So any 3 points in the topic. So I'll write down once again topic. So there is conclusion. So in the 10 to 12 points, 1, 2, 3, comfortably capture 3 parts. Your job is done. So you are writing the topic point here, important points here, conclusion points here. So you have great clarity in terms of notes. If you have to use a template, you have your topic, clear separate topic is there, separated conclusion is there, clear 3 points are there. So you can happily, comfortably connect this information what you gathered with your template, with your favorite template, or if you are using my template, 100% fine, it is speaking works. So this is how we should have that sense of clarity. But what is actually happening right now with students is, so many students start their notes taking journey with a lot of anxiety. Okay, so number 1, will I be able to write notes? Number 2, will I be able to write the most important points? Or do concern. Number 3, if I write, my handwriting is going to be clear or not? Will I be able to use that notes? Can I write? Can I write clearly? right? And can I write the important pieces from the audio? This is the anxiety you have. So with this method, that anxiety is gone. It's no more there, right? So once this tick notes is taken, so these are important points, right? These three are important points. This is topic, this is conclusion, these three are important points. Then you will connect it with a template. How I should go to material access, right? And you have the speaking retail lecture template. So for in our hotel, everything is properly arranged. You have a very beautiful, interesting guides available. Okay, so you have written TIC, right? What do you do now? The lecture was all about topic is there in the notebook, erasable notebook. You take the topic, and the lecture was all about technological disruptions of history. Done, right? I'll remove this. At first, the speaker talked about, what did he talk about? At first, the speaker talked that any new technology will take time to adopt. In the beginning, the adoption is very slow, but as it progresses, the adoption will be more. You can write it nice. Normal language you use. PT is not expecting any bombastic, complicated, sophisticated language from you in this task. Later, she or he discussed based on the gender. If it is male, he, female, she. Very rarely PT has more than one speaker. At that point of time, you say later, they discussed. Okay. So here, speakers, if there are more than once, there's more than one speaker. Later, he discussed that he discussed some examples, the technology adoption from horses to cars, from landline phones to mobile phones. He quoted some examples. He also spoke that, now the second one is done, first one is done, topic is done. He also spoke that with the technology getting adopted, the price of technology reduces. He even quoted an example for that. The example is the battery prices. Electronic vehicle battery prices initially are high, but they are reducing every year by 20%, making the e-vehicles, electric vehicles more affordable. That's what he said. Now, this comes to a conclusion now. So the conclusion part. At last, the lecture ended thoughtfully, highlighting. You can use this, or you can say, at last the lecture ended. Mentioning, you can say, instead of mentioning, what do you say? The engineers want aggressive goals, exponential goals. They love to work on exponential goals. That's what he said, and you can mention it, and your answer is done. So nicely, no anxiety. You know the hot spots of notes taking. What are they? Once again, I'll show you the hot spots. Basically, the tick model is this. Topic, first 10 seconds. Conclusion, last 10 seconds. In between, there are so many important points. Don't come under pressure. Any 3 points are good. As you practice 15-20 questions, what happens? You will start picking up the most important points eventually. But you don't have to have that initial, what do you call, perfectionist syndrome in the beginning itself. Not necessary. Logically, I'll tell you why you will be able to write good notes eventually. I'll tell you. Because as a test taker, you are informed about the topic. So when you know the topic, you know what is most important point, what is least important point. Eventually, that will happen, right? So since you have good clarity on the entire lecture, so it leads to what more confident answer. Since the notes is nicely written, structurally perfect, demarcations are there in the notes. So three things are there. TIC. Yes, structured notes, proper notes is there. Therefore, you will be able to manage your oral fluency. When the notes is taken in a cluttered manner, right? So it impacts the oral fluency. It also impacts the content. So taking notes, nice manner, it is good. Now, if you write notes like this, it's very unclear notes, all of this. So this will give you a sense of discomfort when you are using these notes. So retail lecture is all about, collecting some points and connecting those points with the template. That's what it is. Don't complicate it. So when the recording starts, nicely you start and giving the answer. When you finish doing it, you click the next button. That's it.